What's up? What's happening, everybody? Hope you're doing all right. Happy freaking Pizza Friday. I hope you're doing well. Woo, what is today? Today is August 2nd. Man, this month's cruising by. Already on the 2nd. 9 a.m. on the East Coast, baby. It's Web3 breakfast time. Hope you had yourself a great week. I know we did. Man, we had a good time so far. I think today's conversation is going to be a lot of fun. I got to pull up the X space here. But we've had a lot of fun this week, man. It's been great giving away $100 every day. I think that's been fun. It's been ladies only, which has been crazy. And I did see a comment in the chat that it's going to be a men only Gotti draw today. So I don't know, maybe it's Fridays for the boys. For the boys. Eh? Should we make it for the boys? I forgot to bring you guys up here. Jeez, I thought I did that already. All right. Come on. That's the thing, guys. Love it when people come out of the stage. All you got to do is request to speak. That's the whole point of this show. Thank you for joining Web3 Breakfast. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and smash the like. And if you're watching on X, real easy. Just go to the video and hit the heart. Ooh, who's that, MetaVixen? Mr. Dude, who is that? I can't hear.
I was just talking away while I'm mute. Yeah, well, this is my MetaVixen. So just for holding this MetaVixen, Anna, the founder, actually sent everybody a canvas. So
nice.
Today, I think just like 5 minutes ago, one of the drops would have ended. So congrats to whoever won that. I just figured I'd give my MetaVixen some love today, Just such a dope project.
Dude,
but there's not a lot of projects out there that give you IRL stuff. So this is my babe. My wife's okay with it because she's not real.
She's digital.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
And she's worth a lot more money than when I bought her too. So you guys like inflationary stuff? Woo! Get a MetaVixen. I'm gonna go share this with my MetaVixen friends right now. Get them in here.
That's great. Yeah, do that. Share it with your friends. Yeah, this is a perfect opportunity. Not only, I requested the like. I feel like that's doesn't even need to be said, but that's a good opportunity now for you guys to repost the video, tag some friends. That's also a good reminder for me as well. What I need to do is go to my profile and I need to post into the nest, the JTron, the Jumbotron, also whatever else we call it, the post for today. There it is. It is up there. You're going to want to make sure that you retweet that, repost it, tag some friends. That is the giveaway post, giving away another $100 in Gotti today. We had a request for the fellas. What do you think? You think it's going to be a guy or think it's going to be another gal?
I have an idea. Okay, because it's Crazy Friday. So I thought, well, shit, let's just change it up a little bit.
I like it.
We know the guys are screwed. They're not going to win the $100 in Gotti. So why don't we do 2 giveaways of $100? That way we can kind of tilt the scale and give the guys probably a better chance of winning something. So
boom, $200 for the ladies. Did you hear that?
If I was,
that's going to happen. But you know what I mean. Why don't we just double it up? It's Friday. What the hell, right?
What the hell, man? I like that.
Hey, give it to let's do 2. I'm only on this show for you guys to make your life more work and more hell. So I thought, what the hell? This, I got to live up to my contract here and make you have to do twice the amount of work to give away 2 prizes.
All right. So, I do appreciate you living up to the deliverable schedule. That that is good. No, man, I think that's cool. I love that. I think, was it Corey who had said that yesterday? Like, we should do juice it on Friday for pizza day. Like, yeah, look, 2 people now listening to the show. So I know the post says 1. No. I know it says $100. It's going to be 200. 2 people probably get to go on because you're going to keep the Gotti, right? And that's a store of wealth, which we're going to be talking about today, store of value with Bitcoin. And I think we're going to find some similarities to the Gotti project. And I think that's why today's going to be a fun conversation. But that being said, 2 people are going to be able to go out on a date tonight and get basically either unlimited pizza, or you can get maybe yourself a couple beers, maybe a pitcher of beer and a couple pizzas for the fellas, whatever you got to do. It's on you guys tonight. But 2, congratulations. 2 of you are going to win. It's going to be you. So shout out to you guys. I got this really interesting. I got messy hair today. I forgot my hat. I'm a little tired. Here's the deal. I've been dealing with the sciatica thing, right? I tried a copper bracelet last night, but it's around my ankles, so it looks really stupid. And I don't want to cancel myself by saying what it really looks like. But but I think this copper is like threw off some energy, right? So it really like messed with my sleep last night. Very interesting. Has anybody ever tried like the copper bracelets for any pain relief? Or am I just the old guy in the room and I should stop talking?
But I tried it and did not have the results that, but maybe because I was skeptical. So if you're skeptical, you automatically doesn't work. You got to believe it so you can receive it, kind of thing.
So
maybe I wasn't in tune with the metal universe of, made me a little nervous when you get around electrical sockets. You got to be careful with that.
Yeah,
I had it on for a while, Jay, but it made my wiener too big, so I actually had to take it off. It was too detrimental to my life.
Love that. That's funny. So like I was a skeptic. I tried it. It was funny. Now I like an idiot. I tried it after the gym, and I know like after the gym, I'm usually feeling really good, right? Because I will do a lot of stretching and then run, and then I've been hitting the bags lately, and then swimming. So it's been really good for it. Now I put it on after, and then all day yesterday I was like, damn, like this thing is fucking working. Wow, I'm impressed. Like this actually works. And I actually slept with it on, which was weird because that again gave me weird energy. But I woke up this morning and nope, no, it's back. So these things are bullshit. Unless it's supposed to be like something I wear for a couple days. I don't know.
Y'all remember those necklaces and stuff that I used to wear with like the multicolored like threads?
Yeah, like baseball pitchers wore them for a while.
Yeah. I used to wear the shit out of those.
I used to wear puka shell necklaces, so I ain't up here hating. You guys do you.
Dude, so here's a little I'll give you guys a little nugget of into my life. So Whitney moved to our hometown when Whitney's my wife, by the way, if you guys don't know. So she moved to our hometown when we were I think we were driving, so I think it was sophomore year or junior year. I don't remember now. This is terrible that I just forgot that. It's a different part of the story. Anyway, so she moved to our town. And she was like the Cali girl, right? So she brought like the good weed because we were living in Illinois, and it was like usually we call it the BCs, right? I feel like it came from Canada, so it was good, but it wasn't brickweed. But so she came from Cali, and like the first day she gets there, my buddy DJ, I was on the baseball team with him. He's driving through with my buddy Tyler, who I play baseball and football with, and he gets by the parking lot at the high school and she's in the back. I was like, oh, who are you? I need to get to know you better. And that ended up being Whitney, right? And a long time, we always kind of liked each other, but whatever. We ended up getting together later in life. I moved out to New York City when she was there. I left Colorado, moved out to New York City, and the rest is history, right? Why did I start telling that story, by the way?
Necklaces.
Oh, yeah. So back in high school, I was a hemp necklace guy. I was a big hippie. I like fish tour, big hippie. And so
Did you have dreadlocks?
Yes, I did in fact have dreadlocks for a while. I don't have any pictures of it unless like I could find access to my MySpace. I don't have any photos of it, which is a good thing. Thank God we didn't have social media. That was it, but it doesn't count. Anyway, so she made me this massive hemp necklace, massive, with like the shells and the beads and all that stuff. And I rocked that thing for a very long time. Anyway, that was a long story for about a hemp necklace. I love you guys. It's Friday.
Yeah, that was a really cool story.
Yeah.
We have some more time if you want to tell it again.
Oh, everybody was sharing their puka story. Their puka shell story. I
tell me more about that. Tell me more about that Bobby Brown you were smoking at the fish shows.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, man. All over the country. That was it. That was my jam, dude. It was me and a couple buddies. I had the portable grilled cheese set up. That was my bag. That was my jam. I was selling grilled cheeses to get around. Garlic salt. That was my secret ingredient.
Oh, that's a great idea.
That was my secret ingredient, man.
Garlic salt. That's a good tip. Good tip.
But like, so were you putting the garlic sauce on the grilled cheese, or was it like a side, like to dip in?
Oh no, garlic salt, just like a little sprinkle.
Oh, garlic salt. Oh, that's oh, I'm gonna try
Oh
that.
yeah. People were like, dude, this is delicious. Let me get another one. Boom, bang it out. I was like, I voted like #1 grilled cheese a couple years in a row on Fish Lot, man. You know, no big deal. No big deal. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about today. But you know what you do? If that's you now, if you are selling those grilled cheeses on the Fish Lot, you know what you do is you take that cash and you put it into your bank, and then you take that and you buy crypto. That's what you do.
Specifically Ondo. No.
Yes. Specifically on. I mean, I can't believe it was like 88 cents yesterday. Let's look at CoinMarketCap. But I want to talk about Bitcoin. What do you guys think? So like what is like the big deal with Bitcoin? Because like honestly, like let's speculate. Like obviously you guys can do your thing, but like when it comes to Bitcoin, like what's the big deal of it? Like it was the first one. Think about, let's look at like the chain of command in say the movies. So Blockbuster didn't make it, guys. Let's look at Walmart. Yeah, Walmart's still around, but most people go to Target, or most people buy their shit on fucking Amazon. So like usually the first to market is not always the forever chosen one. So why is Bitcoin the king? Why is it the store value of all store of values? Like what makes it that? And I actually understand, but I'm asking the question. I want to hear what you guys think. And I know Matthew's going to come up today because
I think it's arguably not a good store value yet.
Tell me why.
I just think anything
Speculation?
that, no, anything, if you're not sure if in 6 months you can take it out and have like the same amount or more of money, I don't think it's good a store value yet.
Okay, so you're saying like it
volatility.
will get to that point, right? Just because of volatility.
Right.
It's also the timing in which you bought it. Because my kids still have 10 Bitcoin a piece that I still have from 2011. So that was a $50 investment per kid. Now, well over, half $500,000. So again, it's the timing in which the thing about it is this, they're talking about the bull run on Bitcoin. It's already over. I mean, the 10,000% up, the 10,000x, that's already happened.
It's already happened.
Now everybody is coming in for 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, maybe 10x, and they're talking about institutionally, maybe up into the, financials get into it, maybe $2 million, $3 million Bitcoin down the road. So what, maybe 20, 25, 30, 40x, but the thousands and thousands of X have already gone and expired. The same thing with like Ethereum and BNB. And
how long is theoretically, and say everything goes right, and we're talking like reserves and all that shit, like everything goes right, how long till Bitcoin becomes $1 million plus coin? In your opinion?
I would
Just
say
in your
probably
opinion.
my next 5 years.
Yeah, I don't doubt that at all.
Late 20s, maybe 28, 29, maybe 30. Because it takes some time. I mean, because remember, it could go up there very quickly, but you have all these, whoever's controlling the powers that be are going to liquidate on the way up. So you have this constant battle all the way back up and down. I mean, we're seeing, again, it's all cryptocurrencies go through that, right? You always have that retracement, the buying, the sentiment, then the people make their profit, whatever they think, then they sell, dump it. New group comes in. It's a continual revolving door of people. And then eventually, it moves up to the next level, and then you shake out those people and new people. I mean, it's just a ebb and flow over and over and over again. And that's why most people don't make it in crypto, because it's grueling, dude. It's a grueling process.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you guys have said, I've heard a couple of people say it recently. It's like getting rich in crypto is easy. Like it's an easy process to get rich in crypto. It's keeping it. That's the tough thing. So you hear me talk up on the stage about how, my strategy for the bull run, and how ultimately my end game is to, have a pretty strong, weighted portfolio of Bitcoin and stable coins at the end of the day. Right. I think like that's the move. And hopefully, it happens, within say those 5 years, right? Before you do see that $1 million Bitcoin. So like it does, maybe at that point, the volatility levels off. And so what I'm hearing is we definitely need a lot more volatility to be removed from our ecosystem before you're going to see the $1 million Bitcoin.
Right. And I also think, like what the other person was saying, the reality of the scenario is you guys are not going to get rich off of Bitcoin. You're not going to get rich off Ethereum, probably not going to get rich off of Solana. It's going to be in whatever altcoins or meme coins or whatever you get into, whatever project you get in that has a 100x, 500x, 1000x run. That's where you're going to get your wealth. And then once you're super wealthy, then you take that money and you put it into these big coins, right? Because you want stability. You don't want to wake up next day and like, holy shit, half my money's gone. you want the stability of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I think that's what's also maybe going to push Bitcoin up and Ethereum and Solana up. Is you have these altcoins that run meme coins, whatever you want, utility tokens, whatever the hell it is. Then people will pull the money out of that because they want more stability. They don't want the volatility. You want volatility if you're making money, to make money quick. But once you get the money, you don't want volatility. You want stability. So I think you're going to see the altcoin, run crazy. Meme coins run crazy this next bull run, and a lot of money then gets funneled back into these big boys. And then it truly becomes a store of wealth for a lot of people.
Just
my
time.
4 cents.
It's going to take some time, baby. What I saw Matthew came up here, and guys, feel free to put your opinions in there. I love to hear this.
Hey, Jim.
Yo, what's up, dude?
I think one of the things that's really interesting when you look at that rainbow chart, or sort of the log chart that people put up when they kind of evaluate Bitcoin, you see this kind of like arcing, what they call, the reduced marginal returns. It's getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and that will mean that there will be less and less volatility in assets like Bitcoin, I think, over time, and you're going to see volatility certainly lower down the chain. But it's really interesting because when you think about the fact that there's really only like 18.5 or 19 million Bitcoin, given the ones that have been lost on people's hard drives and stuff like that, like over time, the adoption from other countries, like we had three pension funds start to look into Bitcoin, or start to put Bitcoin on their balance sheet. You're going to see that more and more. There's a lot of pension funds. There's a lot of insurance companies. There's a lot of countries that have issues with their controlling their currency or keeping their currency in a certain place. And I think that you're going to spread this asset out to more and more and more ecosystems, and that means that there's going to be higher value, but it's going to come at a slower pace. So I think that's going to be really helpful for people as we talk about it as a store of wealth. Totally agree with Corey. If y'all remember, like in 2017, 2020, something like that, there were these cartoons about this kid, who would come to ask his dad for allowance, and he would say, "Dad, I want to get my allowance in Bitcoin, and it's $10." And then he walks out the room and comes back, and he's like, "Actually, I want it in dollars now because Bitcoin is $100." Or you can leave the room for just a minute and it becomes a completely different value. That's not a store of value. But over time, as institutions adopt it, it's going to smooth that curve out a bit and give more space to other options that we discussed.
Let me ask you a question. They talk about the RWA ecosystem. I talk about this too, but the RWA ecosystem hitting like that $16 trillion level in the next 6 years, right? Obviously, that means a lot of inflow into crypto. Does that affect Bitcoin in any way, shape, or form, in your opinion?
I think the number one reason why I'm bullish on this ecosystem is because of stable coins. Oddly enough, right? Yeah. The fact that you can have a digital denominated dollar is completely fundamentally groundbreaking in terms of how we engage in commerce. And the fact that our real world assets, on-chain tokenization of derivatives and treasuries and all these things enhance the liquidity and enhance the point of view that these assets themselves, the technology itself, is important and here to stay. And Bitcoin is just a commodity. Ethereum's just a piece of software. All these things are protocols that can be invested in using that digital dollar. And so you'll see flows certainly go into that ecosystem. But I think the biggest bull case for all of crypto is the fact that you're going to start putting single dollars into a digital form and allow people to transact and commerce and slice and dice and lend and borrow and all these things that you can't really do right now, because of institutional slowness and sort of the archaic plumbing that we have in place right now.
Yeah, that's funny. I bet they still use floppy disks at the government level. Like,
Dude,
not the 3.5s,
like fax machines,
not the 3.5s. The actual, like, if you guys are my age, you remember like the 8-inch square floppy one.
Oh, you mean the 5 1/4s or whatever it was?
Whatever.
Or are you going back even before that? The one that were the size of like a record, a vinyl record.
Yeah. The size of a vinyl record. Those ones.
or even worse, tape. Remember the tape? Did you guys ever get the tape backups? You know?
Nope.
I just want them to
Looks
bring
like
back
it's
the
set
mini
you
disc.
put in there. Yeah. What's this hold? This entire tape, 6 megabytes. What? 6? That's it.
Sick. You'd run through that in about a half a second now. What did you say a second ago, Matthew?
I just want to bring back the mini disc.
Yeah, a little cassette.
That was pretty. I had a car that had a mini disc player in the back, Sony mini disc player, and that was pretty. That was pretty cool. I mean, it was like sound quality was a little bit better than CDs. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man.
Those were wild. Those like are those little MP3 things we had to make, right? And we put them in like our little teeny tiny
They
Walkmans.
were like little
like
CDs that were like this big.
yeah.
No, this looks like a floppy disk, like a 3.5-inch floppy disk, but it was a mini disc in there. And it was basically like a CD. And then even before that, you had the vinyl size laser disc.
Laser disc,
yeah. We got a laser disc, dude, and we had a Pioneer laser disc.
Hell yeah!
And we watched Top Gun on it, man. I watched Top Gun 7,000 times on that laser disc, and that was the
the system.
Can I just shout out?
Go for it.
Can I just shout out the innovation, like the real innovation in that entire ecosystem was the bump deflector, whatever. Like when you had your Walkman and it came with like. Like if you were in the car and it bounced,
skip proof,
skip proof. Yeah, you had like you could turn it on and it would like prevent you from getting skipped. Like that was like the real alpha.
The anti-shock resistant. That was
dude.
That was the technology back in the day.
The Sony Discman, man. I wonder if you could still find. Probably like a Goodwill or something. You could get one of those and pop in a couple CDs with some headphones. Hell yeah. We're gonna bring that back. If people can't wear ankle socks anymore, I'm bringing back a Discman. I'm gonna make that cool. I have no intention to make that cool.
Can you imagine the days of telling people where you actually held and owned the actual media of it, of the song? That you had the physical copy of the sound and you could just do whatever you want.
Absolutely. Man, people these days, you guys don't even understand, man. We lived a life of glory. Mike, what's up, fam?
Hello, Jim. How are you?
Dude, loving it. Loving life. How are you?
Not bad. So we're talking about the Bitcoin as a store of value. Mm-hmm. I think it really depends on when you talk about time horizon, because over the past decade, there hasn't been a better asset than Bitcoin. Over the past 10 or 15 years, I believe the annualized return of Bitcoin is 230% or more. So neither real estate, gold, or any other asset will protect your purchasing power. And when we're talking about store of value, you should be able to protect your purchasing power.
Right. So one is considered an investment versus a store of value, right? Where you don't have to worry about the downside.
Like if you're worried about like store of value and like, okay, I want to put this money away, but I want to take it out 6 months, then no, I don't think Bitcoin is the way to go. But over a long period of time, just like Michael Saylor says, it's long-term assets. You want to be in like long assets, right? Mm-hmm. And Bitcoin is the best long-term asset.
What would you say to somebody like, say you got like, I don't know, a rich uncle who's like, I got more money than I know what to do with. And you're like, all right, dude, just do me a fucking solid. Like put $100,000 into crypto just for shits and giggles right now, just to see what happens. You can either roast me at Thanksgiving because you're fucking rich. It doesn't matter. $100,000 is $100,000. Like you don't care about that. I know you don't. This is all hypothetical, right? And then so if it goes up and it turns into 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 or more, like, fuck me, I was wrong, right? No, like how do you have those kind of conversations with people that you know that like, bro, like, because I tell people all the time, like when we talk about crypto, they're like, oh, dude, no, dude, like I've heard that people just get wrecked in that. I was like, yeah, like that can happen, but like, here's the deal, like if you get in as fast as you can, and you just wait, like this is like you know, there's the 4-year cycle, and maybe that's broken, maybe that's not, I don't care. But, you know, there's this time in place where when you invest in crypto, like it is going to go up from here. We know that it is going to go up from here. So like you can't lose. Like you literally can't lose if you were smart, right? Buy when they're fear, sell when they're greed. It's that easy.
The way I explain it to like I got my mother-in-law into crypto. I got one of my best friends into crypto. And I always ask them, what's your time horizon? Like my mother-in-law's retired. They're in their 60s. So, you know, they're not looking to you know, wait 20 years for an investment so they can mess around with the altcoins. But then also I asked them, look, what's your risk? My mother-in-law's conservative. She's more, you know, risk adverse. So Bitcoin made sense for her. It was, slow and steady. You know, she's still got, you know, they're only in their 60s. You know, they still got, the 15 years of that they can hold it, whatever, or however long they want to hold it. My friend is my age. You know, I'm 36, so he's got plenty of time. He wants to retire at 55, 60. So okay, so you put it like depends on how risky you want to be. Like, you know what I mean? I put money into Bitcoin that because I'm confident in Bitcoin that I'm not going to lose my money over time. Like obviously it's going to have its ups and downs. But then the money I'm okay with like losing it all goes in my altcoins because I can lose everything, that whole entire altcoin portfolio, but my Bitcoin will be fine. I'll still be in the green because my Bitcoin will do well.
Do you think that there would be the opportunity, like say, you know, you said it was your mother-in-law, right? Say she starts to do some research and she's like, oh, look at this site Traveler. Like I can use my Bitcoin to book a flight and a hotel and a vacation package. Like now, you know, she can start to live off some of that Bitcoin. Is that something that people would approve of? And I'll let you answer that question first. And then I know Stella's got her hand up so we can get to that. And if anybody wants to hop in, but like, would you when do you start to like tell people to like, yeah, start living off your Bitcoin?
Again, depends on your age. Like for my mother-in-law, this is her first bull run, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know, if Bitcoin does really, really well and she sees, oh my God, like she's going to be surprised at how much the returns are going to be because it's going to be more than she's ever made in like, you know, an RSP or TFSA or whatever her traditional investments were. So that's going to give you the bug for one. When you ride that up, that gives you the bug, and I'll go all into it later.
That was a trick question, by the way. That was a trick question, by the way. The answer was you never sell your Bitcoin. You get a loan against that, and that's what you mess with. And you never sell your Bitcoin. That's the answer.
It's how you look at Bitcoin. See, for me, Bitcoin's an investment. It is like a stock, right? Are you going and selling and spending your Apple stock to buy groceries and things? No. So I always view Bitcoin as an asset that is an investment. And then what do you want to spend? You spend your USDC, USDT, you're spending your stable coins. Mm-hmm. So that's just the way I look at cryptocurrency. I would never personally ever spend Bitcoin or Ethereum on any type of product or service because that is.
But the Lightning Network, dude, I could buy a coffee in like Brazil.
You go buy your $5 coffee with Bitcoin in the next 2 years, Bitcoin triples or quadruples. That coffee just cost you $30.
Dude,
so you talk about inflation.
Yeah, dude, I got a buddy who at one point was sleeping on, I think it was a $500,000 mattress. Like, you gotta be sleeping well tonight, buddy, because that was fucking expensive. Stella, GM.
Hello, I'm here.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, and you?
Wonderful. Welcome to the show. How's your day going? Are you a crypto fan?
Can I ask a question?
Sure, 100%.
Okay. My question is, do you plan to have a campus ambassador program in some countries?
I missed the beginning part, programming in some countries. What was the beginning part?
Can I repeat my question?
Yes, you may.
Okay. My question, do you plan to have a campus ambassador program in some countries?
A campus ambassador in some countries?
Program? Yeah, campus ambassador program in some countries.
Yeah, dude. So like
you tell us. Are you starting a campus ambassador program?
Dude,
Are you holding out on this?
Y'all read my mind. Like literally, if you've been a listener to the show, like I have this idea, Turbo and I we talked about a long time ago called Chain Labs, right? Where it was a blockchain education and literacy center that had like all sorts of activities that got the local community involved, so that there was blockchain education, but there was like a recording studio, there was maybe a stage so you could be like a stand-up comedian at the coffee shop where the Web3 Breakfast Show was live. That was like an idea, right? So it was all this ecosystem within itself. But there's no reason why we can't have campus ambassadors to what we do and spread the word of Web3 Breakfast and that what is mass adoption of crypto. So if you Stella, if you would like to be our first campus ambassador, I would like to offer you that opportunity today, live in front of what looks like about several hundred people. We got at least 200 people watching live, and I think we've got about 150 listening. So several hundred people. Shout out to you guys, by the way, for watching. Damn, what a show. Go ahead and smash the like if you're watching YouTube. Hit the heart if you're watching X. And if you're in the space... don't forget to repost it. What's up?
I was just going to say, is this where one of the campuses where you tell everybody what's wrong with crypto and you hand us all a mirror so we can see what's wrong with crypto? Is that kind of campus?
Yeah, I get you to sell me your bags cheap. I'm like the liquidator, man. I'm like the repo man.
The problem is staring you right in the face. So, anyways,
you're the
reason gotta give a shout out.
Suck.
Yeah, hey, gotta give a shout out to our YouTube community.
I got a question for you guys.
Shout out to the community.
In the US, are you able to borrow against Bitcoin right now?
Are you able to what?
Yes.
Because I don't think in Canada we're able to borrow against the Bitcoin. It's not considered
USA. Oh, don't forget to also, by the way, guys, I did forget. There are two things posted up in the nest. One is the guy shooting behind his shoulder, which I think is fantastic. The other thing is a post that says, make sure you check out the show tomorrow. I posted that yesterday. That has got the instructions for joining the not 100, not 150, not 175, not 180. Not 190, not 195, but $200. I don't know why I became a wrestler there all of a sudden. That was weird.
There you go, Macho Man. Yeah. Good job.
I will tell you something, brothers and sisters. I came to do something today, and that's give away $200 in Gotti token. So what you want to do is make sure that you retweet that post.
I was going to say, it's like I feel like that other GIF meme. You got to pump up those numbers. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Yeah, seriously, pump it up.
Hi, good day.
Hello. Is that Stella again? Oh, this is Barbara.
Can I ask another question?
Yeah, of course. Go for it, Stella.
What is your main goal and vision, and who are your targeted customer in the market?
What is my main goal?
Yeah, what's your main goal with your show, and who's your customer market? Is that what
yeah. So
I think she's got a nice proposal coming up for you here.
I would
sounds
hope
like
so.
a nice market.
Stella's the host now.
Yeah, nice marketing proposals coming for you, my friend.
I just lost my show to a marketing agency. My target audience, I would say on YouTube is to be clear, is males between 25 and 44. That is my major demographic audience, centrally located here in the United States, with a big presence in Canada, as well as the United Kingdom, Australia, India, and one other country that I can't remember right now. I could give you guys a full list.
Who's just reading your Grindr?
Uzbekistan.
Yeah, that's my Grindr demographics, you idiot. Fuck off.
Nice one, Corey. Good job. Hey, my hand is getting so tired holding up this Vixen, but the comments in our YouTube section, I can't let them down. I gotta keep.
You gotta keep it up, dude. Should we rug this show?
They're over there, like he's getting tired. He's getting tired.
It's not touching your face anymore. It's like it's wobbling now. You know what you needed to do was order the pit stand from the merch shop, and you would have been A-okay.
GM guys, I think we need to get Matthew up on the stage here. He's got some news to share with us.
He is up here. Is this about his recent? We did a shout out yesterday, Matthew, about your new CIO picture, or your new CIO spot, right? Chief Investment Officer, CIO. He just rugged.
Yeah, how is it? How did it go? Oh, is he? Oh,
he literally just rugged. It happens. Maybe he had to take a call.
And that's all there is to say about that.
Stuff.
And then John James rugged right as I went to pull him up. Good old John James, man. We haven't heard from John James in a while. I hope he's doing well.
It's Rug City right now. What's going on?
There you go. Matthew's coming back. Here we go. What's up,
bro?
Brother?
Can you guys even hear me? I'm just making sure I'm still here. Okay, awesome.
Is this thing on?
I was looking at stonks and I got cut out.
What stonk are you looking at?
My Coinbase stonk.
How's it doing, by the way? I know my mom bought Coinbase a while back.
Yeah, it's doing good. They had a pretty decent revenue beat yesterday, which was great to see, especially like you saw Intel get totally crushed and Apple and Amazon kind of just got crushed. One thing that's really interesting that I found was they had some trading revenue that was down like some 30%. So it's like very clear that retail is, kind of just sloshing around in here. There's not a ton of new people. Keep in mind for the ETFs, they do make like a slice, but they don't make nearly the same margin on managing a bunch of the ETFs. So it's it's definitely a profit center, but it's not like going to make them go bonkers. But what is crazy, the last point was that they've had like a really big jump in base revenue. Like they had a crazy high jump in base revenue. So their on-chain trading is now like more or had a higher increase than their like actual retail trading like in and out of the platform.
So I had two things I want to talk about. The first one I have to try to remember one. The second one, the base revenue on the rise. Is that so the first thing I want to talk about, you said trading revenue on the decline. Is that an indicator for you of retail? Is that something that people should be thinking about when we do our own research? We can say, all right, well, Coinbase is coming out with their quarterly earnings report. Let's take a look and see what the trading report says, because that gives me a clear indication of is retail here or not yet.
Yeah, it's the only thing that they really sell in that sense. So that's a really big driver of how they're going to make money. But they've also had like a ton of new activity on their sort of platforms, just from a development perspective. They're just growing. They're growing. And I think the big thing was their lobbying efforts. Like there is a ton of generosity that they're seeing from especially the institutional investors who now have to do all the ETF trading, right? Like using them as a custodian. So they've kind of seen like a softening of the regulatory environment, which I think is definitely a bullish indicator moving forward. It's, some little pain and froth here and there with the general markets overall, but Coinbase stood out as somebody who like they beat their earnings, they beat their forecast, they had some interesting dynamics, but they're not. I don't think they're overpriced by any mechanism.
Also, too, you got to realize too, their earnings are also increased because as cryptocurrency increases in value, their fees that they collect also go up. So they have an increasing role in making sure crypto goes up in value, because again, it's beneficial for them, their bottom line. When you're paying a 1 or 2% fee on, say trading Solana, $100 Solana versus, $200 Solana, you think about, imagine what the fees will be. They'll be collecting when it's $1,000 Solana or something like that. So it's all bullish as hell.
Think about the gas fees when ETH's 10K, 12K, and the network is just ripping and roaring.
That's what we have base for.
That's what we have base for.
From 21 from ETH.
So that was another question I had for you, Matthew, about base. And I forget who we heard this from, but there is say a fund of 25, 50 million, something like that, that is being earmarked for mass adoption or efforts, stuff like that. Do you think that will play a big role with what, say, Coinbase does? Because if they're going to be this base rev on the rise, like maybe they add that into, because I don't participate with Coinbase, so I don't know, but if it's in like their educational system thing where you can learn to earn kind of thing, do they still do that?
I think they still do it, but it's just like a marketing mechanism to get you hooked. It's like you go to the corner street and they give you a little bit of little dime bag, and you're like, oh, I gotta have more of this. Yeah. I don't know. Base is really interesting. They're really smart to have done something else other than just the exchange. So I think that I really like to see that moving forward. The big challenge is if you do see regulatory sort of softening, you'll probably see somebody like an Uphold and a Kraken IPO, and then you're going to have more players in the space that have more legitimacy, and that's going to drive competition, and could likely see lower valuations because now you have more competition in the space. So that's just something to look out for as well.
Coinbase, Circle, so like Cash App and Kraken. Those are the only really like 3 places here in the US that you can, or Gemini. They're here in the US, right?
Gemini, crypto.com.
Well, they're in the
Uphold.
Seychelles, right? Or Hong Kong? That's where they're based.
Maybe.
Gibraltar.
Gibraltar. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I like it. I don't like Gemini though. I've never used
as in
Gemini.
The Rock.
What did you say about The Rock? Like Dwayne The Rock
I
Johnson?
said at Gibraltar, as in The Rock. People were like, Gibraltar? Yeah, what's that? Yeah, they have the big old rock. You go into the Mediterranean there. That big old thing that sticks off to the
Rock
side.
at Gibraltar.
The Rocks of Gibraltar.
And and people really figure out, oh, it really is a rock. Yeah, it's this big freaking rock. It's
That's funny. So what else do we need to know about Bitcoin being a store of value? Because listen, we only have 15 minutes. This show's cruising. We only have 15 minutes until we pick our 2 winners. So you guys are going to have to talk. Oh, we got a request to come up.
Sorry, guys. I'm actually in a supermarket, but I just want to say, come on, buy Bitcoin, not financial advice. Buy Bitcoin.
I wouldn't right now.
Yeah, I just saw someone put in the YouTube chat that it's back above 65K.
Is it really? Yes, it is.
Again, look.
everything's
We're talking about
everything's
it.
pumping. See, J-Chain starts talking and the entire market goes up. So J-Chains, you're going to be talking the rest of the day today because all of us need to make a lot of money. So just keep on going.
We'll just have to keep the show rolling. Like, I think that's the inside joke now between all of us, right? The Wolf of Wall Street, the show must go on. That's what they say, I think. That and we're not fucking selling. I'm not selling. Ah! Right? You guys were supposed to celebrate with me there. I don't know why you didn't celebrate that we're not selling. Yeah, there we go. Now I feel like I got people with me.
Half the supermarket is staring at me like I'm some sort of weirdo now.
Oh, remember when we used to do workouts halfway through the show? I'd be in some strange places and sometimes just have to bust out into push-ups and people are like, what are you doing?
Let's do it now.
Jay, you'll appreciate this. So I love kind of messing with people, and so I'll just like find wealth managers and I'll book calls with them and then think that I'm a client, like a potential client. And I did this 2 or 3 times this week. And then I turned the discussion to digital assets. And this one guy said, I said, pretend I had I got clients that got a couple $1 million in Bitcoin and I want to bring that money to you. And I need help understanding how you can help me with these clients. And the guy said, the first thing I would tell you to do is sell it. And I was like, I don't think this conversation's going very well.
Oh shit, that's funny.
Like usually we reserve these calls for clients, and I was like, you shouldn't prejudge me. You don't know me.
You don't know.
And
You don't know me.
These people just do not like talking about it.
Oh man, I see. Jacob, can you come up here? I tried to bring you up, and it said that there was an error doing so.
I think our stage was full, but
oh, there you go. Boom. What's up, my guy? Welcome back. What do you think is going to happen today? Are we going to pump more? I'm still a little down on my trade. But I see, you know what I see? You know what I see, guys? Starting since, I'm going to actually take a screenshot of this. No, can I? Yes, I can. I'm going to take a screenshot of this because I think if we pump back up to 66.7, we will have completed the reverse head and shoulders. No shit. No joke. Shift Command 4 for the win.
Like when Bitcoin gets dandruff?
No, we just don't want the knees and toes is what we don't want. The head and shoulders is fine. The knees and toes are not so much fun.
No, well, it's the inverse. It's the inverse. So we're going the other way. So for us to go up, completes the other arm. It would be the.
This is where I say technical.
I don't
So
really
are we
understand
primed
any
for
of this
another
yet.
Sunday rally?
We need Corey to do a picture for us, or so I can understand.
Here.
Kind of like a ball sack, you know?
Just imagine Groot upside down.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great way to do it. It is like Groot upside down right now. And if it pumps back up, there you go. That is a good thing, guys. So I would expect that we're going to see a nice weekend. That's what I think. Who fucking knows? That's what it looks like.
It always seems to pump on Sunday nights.
I know. And then it'll dump Monday morning. So now, unless we're in the up only phase, which at some point it is going to start. And that's the cool thing about being in crypto. And that's why you got to have your bags packed. They got to be packed as soon as possible, because literally it is going to be just one of those times where it's like, oh, there it was. We're up. We win. That's how fast it happens. 1 minute you're sad. The next minute you're loaded. Remember, it's all about saving it, preserving that store of wealth. And maybe it's not Bitcoin right now. Maybe you got to wait until we see that governmental adoption. Once they buy those reserves and they jack that price up and it levels off and the volatility goes away because they bought enough of it, that's probably where it happens. Because then again, in my opinion, once the governments do it, that's when the sheep will think it's safe enough for them. And it's going to be until then, until they start putting money into crypto, until the government.
All my bags are packed. I'm ready to go.
And it may be political, believe it or not.
Outside your door.
It's kind of probably going to be
I
contingent upon
hate
if the
to
orange
wake
dude
you
gets in
up to say goodbye.
Because I'm leaving on a rocket
No,
ship.
you missed it,
I'm
Jay.
going to the moon with my crypto. What?
You started the chorus early, you goof.
Oh, I was doing that. I
It's
think I'm a
okay.
little ahead, though. I think that's the thing, because like on the happy birthdays, like I always need to be a skosh ahead or else it's way off. So like that's tough for me because I hear you guys like at least like a half a second delay, and it's rough.
Yeah, the latency is something else. Yes, trying to coordinate singing with latency is going to be fun.
That's a special thing. I'll tell you what. It's a special thing. All right. I want to take a look at some of the statistics here on our particular post, because we may be setting a record today as far as how many entries we've had. It has gone up the last couple of days, which is fantastic. This is basically going to be your last opportunity. Make sure you go either up into the pinned post of this space or the pinned post on my Twitter profile. You're going to retweet that one out. We're not giving away one. We're giving away $200 in Gotti to 2 lucky people. Guess what? Congratulations. It's going to be you. If you're
And
listening
remember,
to this
if
right
you
now.
sell, you go to hell.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's in the NDA that you sign after you receive it.
We should say congratulations unless you're a dude. And then
Hey,
Lady
Jay,
Luck is strong with Gotti, man.
Anybody going to Rare Evo in Vegas in a week and a half?
Oof, I don't think so. No, I'm going to be doing Futurist up in Canada instead. Guys, if you actually, so I do know a bunch of people that are going, so I could drop some names to you for some people you to connect with. But Futurist in Canada, Toronto, the 13th and the 14th, guys, if you are thinking about going, I got tickets for 25% off if you need it. And I'm going to talk to Tracy hopefully soon. We had her on the show, founder of the conference. And then hopefully at some point next week, we can get maybe one more day of a pizza code word for a free ticket. If that's something you thought, be like, damn it, I missed the last one. I should have done it. My goal is to get one more day some point early next week, so it makes sense for you to be able to go midweek the week following up in Toronto. It's the biggest one they got. And there's going to be, I'm telling you what, we got a big crew, but you know what I'm really excited about? I am going to go in search for the craftiest of craft maple. Bourbon barrel-aged maple syrup, something like that, maybe a little spice to it. I'm not sure. I don't even know what they got, but I can't wait to do a craft maple tasting with all of you. That'll be a special time, and we will definitely live stream that event. BB Hash, what's up, my brother?
What's up, James, dude? Matthew, Corey, everybody at the breakfast, always a fucking pleasure. I'm not going to sing it, but I took a photograph earlier of my portfolio, just so that when we do end up kicking off, I can look back at it. I think a lot of people have a hard time big picture, right? It's like, oh, the market's up 10% today, it's down 20% tomorrow. But if you can zoom out like a 6 month, 8 month, 12 months, again, time horizon, I think someone was talking about again today. And just having that photo that you can look back on and be like, okay, here's where I was, here's where we are. That really helps me. I don't know if it helps other people. And then something Matthew said about going to, these traditional financial experts for help, financial planning. That's the catalyst for me. As soon as I can walk into any standardized financial office and their advice is not going to be sell your crypto, that's when things are going to change. Because right now, I've had the same experience, Matthew. I've had these conversations with the same people and they laugh. They're like, no, the first thing that I would advise you to do is like, you're a crazy person. Sell all your crypto and go buy some fucking really solid Canadian treasury bonds. So as soon as asset managers start talking to retail investors about digital investing, I think that we still have some time. But then that to me, that's the volatility, all that stuff is less important to me than people who advise my mom on what to buy in their portfolio suggesting Bitcoin. And I don't mean Bitcoin ETFs, I mean Bitcoin. And that to me will be when it is the ultimate store value.
I appreciate you saying that, because we are trying to be the first ones, the first wealth managers that are kind of really advising on people like how they can do this and how they can preserve their wealth. And I also want to give you so many props for the look at this photograph quote. Like, did nobody else get that? Like, look at this photograph. This is the Nickelback.
Yes, well done, especially after J-Chain's post. Yeah.
You're lucky, Matthew.
Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
You guys are lucky. I'm telling you. I'm letting you know. There are just a handful of people that can get away with singing or playing Nickelback. Just so happens, Matthew, you're lucky. You're one of them.
Nickelback is one of like the all-time like CD selling bands. And did you know that they're actually going to be at the ETH Futures Conference? And they said, I heard that they're only playing Nickelback over the speakers the whole time.
There is a Nickelback and Creed concert at the PNC Arena in North Carolina later this year, and I'm like debating about going.
On the irony side,
You can only go if Bitcoin's gonna take you higher.
Dude, I know you're not far from me, so I'm reluctant to say this, but can't say that I'm not interested. I'll put that out there.
Let's go.
For the culture, obviously.
For the gram.
Yeah, you know what? That's all it would be for us. For now, you don't even do it for the gram. I can't even use Instagram, man. I only use that. What's up, Jacob? Hot mic. All right. All right. It is time for me to bring this one over here. That is... Get over there. Come on. What's wrong with this thing? There we go. Nope. All right. Shifting the tab over. We are here at Twitter Picker. Guys, this is going to be, like, if you haven't done it, I would do it, like, right now. But we're coming dangerously close to doing the pick. And this way, if they're in the space who want to come up, I want to make sure we got a few minutes. So let me just make sure that we are showing that. No, we're not. I want to share this screen instead.
Giveaways.
There she is. All right. We got it loaded up.
Often seen as a game of chance,
make sure to come check out the show tomorrow, meaning right now. This was posted yesterday. We discussed if Bitcoin really is a store of value. I think
by offering free
at the end of the day,
the
TLDR is yes, Bitcoin is going to be a store of value. It is not right now. It is too volatile. Once we see the mass adoption on the full scale, that's when it becomes the true store of value. So right now is investing and speculating, and you're getting in early on the ground floor. You might have a whole coin. You might have a couple whole coins. You might have a lot of whole coins. There's not going to be that opportunity very soon. All right. Make sure that you are ready to go. We got two, you see right here, 2 winner count lined up, ready to roll. Hit continue. 202
Promo
entries
codes have
today,
become
guys. If this was a
synonymous with
chart,
online shopping.
yo, if this was
These
a chart,
outlier
we are
codes, when
going
applied
up,
during checkout,
baby.
can unlock a range of
All right,
benefits.
it's down at the bottom here, isn't it?
The most common
Yeah,
benefit
continue.
is a discount.
Yeah, while you
But
do that,
promo
also
codes
just
can
shout out
also
to me
offer
because
free
I have
shipping,
held up this fucking
buy one,
photo
get one
for
deals,
an hour
or even
now, and my
exclusive
fingers are
access to
asleep.
limited
But I
edition
just
products.
can't let that
So where do
YouTube
you
chat
find
down.
these codes?
That is 100%, man. That
They're
is
everywhere.
dedication right now. Shout
From
out to you,
social
Mr.
media
Dude.
posts
Shout out to
to
everybody watching.
newsletters.
Go buy a
Brands are
Metavixen.
constantly sharing
Go buy
promo
a
codes.
go do that.
Additionally, there are
If that's
dedicated
something that your heart
websites and
desires, go
forums
do
that
that.
curate
I
and
see that
share
we
the
got
latest codes.
250
The key is
people
to stay
plus watching
vigilant
the
and
live
always
stream.
check for
So
codes before
shout out
making
to
a
you guys
purchase.
doing that. If you're watching
Those
on
few
YouTube, hit
seconds of
the
searching
live
can lead to
button or
significant
the
savings.
what's it called? The like button.
Section
Smash
3,
the like is what you say.
memberships,
I think
the
that's what they
gateway
say
to
there on the
exclusivity.
YouTubes. And if we're watching on X, man, you guys know what to
Memberships
do.
have
You
long
just
been associated with
tap that
exclusive
heart.
clubs
Hit the
and
heart.
privileges.
Hit it. It's
In the
really
digital
easy.
realm,
I usually
the
show you
concept
guys on
remains
the
the same.
evening streams on the 4
Many brands
PMs.
offer
It's pretty
memberships
easy to
that
do.
come
You
with a
literally
range
just
of benefits.
hit the heart. Anyway,
These can include early
enough of me
access,
stalling.
sales,
That was just me giving you
personalized
guys more opportunities in case you're like, fuck, I
members-only
forgot to
discounts,
repost
and even
it,
special
repost it,
events
repost
or
it. Here we go. We're going to begin the draw. We got 2 winners.
Amazon
I'm not
Prime
showing
is
the
a prime
rejected, as I
example,
tell
pun
you.
intended.
Not my problem,
For an
not my
annual
platform.
fee, members
Begin
not
the
only
draw.
get
Drum
free
roll,
shipping, but also
please.
access to streaming services, ebooks, and more.
And the
When
winners
considering a
are,
membership, it's important to weigh the benefits
man,
against the cost.
I don't even know what this
If the
says.
perks align with your needs
Baby
and
fat,
preferences, the membership fee
baby
can
fat
often be
something,
offset by
and
the
white
savings
rose.
and
Baby fat and
experiences
white
it
rose.
offers.
Man, that
Conclusion: embrace the world
Just
of free
read their
giveaways,
apps
promo codes,
instead.
and
it's,
memberships
you know what?
are more
Here,
than
I can
just
zoom in
tools.
on it because it's very
They're
small.
gateways to a world of
Frankie
freebies,
Luna.
Frankie
discounts, and
Luna.
exclusive
Frankie
benefits.
Luna and White Rose,
By
congratulations.
actively
Feel free to come on up to the
participating, staying
stage.
informed, and making informed
Frankie
choices,
Luna
you
and
can make
White
the most of these
Rose.
opportunities.
Congratulations.
So the next time you see a
Y'all
giveaway,
each
come
won
across a promo code or consider a
$100 in
membership.
Gotti.
Don't
I will
hesitate.
DM you. You guys don't even
Dive
have to
in,
worry about
explore,
initiating
and
the
unlock the
DM.
power
I'll
of
start it.
free.
And
Happy
then
shopping.
we'll handle that business. And I will make sure that we do this again next week. And we're doing this again, I think, for the next couple weeks. I think that if I'm not mistaken, M Kid, I think that deal has been
That's
sealed.
right.
There we go. It's
Yeah,
official, guys.
the show goes on, baby. The show goes on.
Freaking goes on. And I'm super excited for you guys because that means every single one of you has an opportunity to win $100 every single day. So make sure you come back on Monday. We will be back. I will be in Michigan at the Lake House, leaving later this afternoon. Going to be up there with the fam hanging out, but don't you worry. I'll find a spot and we'll be chilling all next week. We've got a lot of cool things planned for next week. So have yourself a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday morning. Do something amazing. Do something great. Be great. Be great. Anybody got anything else to close it out with this week? Oh, Jesus. We never even did pizza orders. What is wrong with us? Anybody got anything else to go with?
I mean, I'm going to be right weirdo, and I'm going to have battered cod, chips, and curry sauce on my pizza today.
You're going to put fucking fish on your pizza? Golly, dude.
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, maybe one of our extra giveaways next week should be like from someone from today. Like post the pizza you had like over this weekend. We'll pick someone.
Yeah, so we are going to do
a
a fun. We'll do a fun couple different ways in which we can do the giveaways. They don't just have to be Twitter pickers. That's a great idea, Mr. Dude. I love that. So expect some fun surprises next week. That's a great idea.
Hey, why don't we do this? Why don't we do a $100 giveaway just for the craziest pizza over the weekend? Somebody posted on Monday. What the hell? Right?
Damn.
There it is.
Let's just do that. Great, and we'll still have the other $100 giveaway. Let's just do a $100 fucking pizza giveaway. I mean, why not?
Where the fuck else is this kind of shit happening, guys? I hope you had a great time today. I hope you enjoyed the show. God knows that I had a great time. This was a fun conversation. Obviously, I am a Bitcoin bull. Don't you mistake anything that I say about anything in crypto. I freaking love it. I've been here for years. I'm not going anywhere. I talk about not even cashing out into fiat. I don't even want to get back into that system. That's how screwed up it is. So let's go, baby. I think that we are going up into the right. I'm expecting. Listen, after knowing that we did a 10-year bull market in the stock market, knowing that we're an emerging industry, an entire ecosystem, the financial system is being replaced with cryptocurrency. It is happening before our eyes. Guys, we are probably at some point going to break this curse of the 4-year cycle, and it is going to be glorious. And I hope it lasts 10 years. And I hope that you make generational wealth so that your kids never have to work. That's what I'm hoping for. Have a great weekend. I love you guys. Ciao for now. We out of here.